Okay, good morning to all of you guys here. Welcome to everyone online as well. We're going to start our day with some meditation. And the way that I start, you guys have meditated with me before, is just chanting to ease into the meditation. Then I'll come in with some guidance. There'll be a period of time where it's just quiet and we're all meditating together. Then we'll come out of the meditation with some more chanting. And then I'll just share a little bit about what we're going to do on the tour so you guys have an idea, an understanding what we're going to do. And then we'll just head out and go enjoy our day on the tour. So if you'd like to join for meditation, you might take a position either seated, lying, or standing. There's also a walking position as well. So I'll just ease us into meditation with some chanting. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Mahakava Putang Mahakavanhang Apivateyami Savakato Mahakavata Tammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipano Mahakavato Savaka Sangho Sanghang Namami Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Iti piso mahakava Arahang Samma Sambuddho Vicacaranang Sammuno Sakatoro Kavitu Anutero Purisa Dhamma Sati Satatawa Manusranam Poto Bhagavati. Okay, with the lower body and hands and arms comfortable, and the upper body erect. Just close the eyes and start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Here you're just looking to establish the breath, a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. Not forced or controlled, just a gradual inhale through the nose, experiencing the full breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Your breath may not match up with the guidance that I'm providing, and that's okay. This is your practice. I'm just here for guidance. You can use this voice as a reminder that whenever you get to the next inhale, breathing gradually through the nose, developing a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose, experiencing the full breath. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the breath well established, start fixating the mind on the breath, either the sound of the breath coming into the nose or the sensation of air moving over the skin into the nose. The breath is the present moment. Fixate the mind on the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the mind fixated on the breath, whenever you notice that it moves off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. No need to observe the thought, label it, judge it, analyze it, or even try to figure out where it's coming from. Whenever you notice that the mind is moved off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. I'm going to be quiet now and let you do this work of focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. You have nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. No one needs you right now. This is your time to focus on the breath. Breathing in and out. อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภะคะวาพุทธังมหาคะวันหังอภิวาเทมิสวากขาโตมหาคะวตาธัมโมธัมมังนามัสสามิสุปฏิปันโนมหาคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนามามินับโมอะระหะสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนับโมอะระหะสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนับโมอะระหะสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอิติปิโสมหาคะวาอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิชาจารณังสัมมุโนสกขาโตโรกาวิตุอนุเตโรปุริสาดัมมาสติสัตตาตวามนุสนังพุทโธภะคะวะติ Okay, if you guys would like to slowly make your way out of meditation. So today our plan is to take a tour to Wat Umong and Wat Doi Suthep. These are two different temples. One is a forest temple, one is a city temple. And by visiting these two different temples on the same day, you get a chance to experience the difference between these. Because here in Thailand, there's two different branches of Buddhism. And one we refer to as the forest tradition. Some people refer to the other one as the city tradition, but all their temples aren't in the city. About 90% of them are of the city type. It's called Tamagai. And then there's Tamayut, which is the forest temple. This is the way that we refer to it in Thai. These are two different types of temples and two different traditions of Buddhist teachings. One is considered to be closer to the teachings of the Buddha, where the other one is more into rites and rituals and ceremonies and worship and things like this. So I'm going to teach you guys, if you guys would like to go on the tour, the artwork, the symbolism, the architecture of the temple. So when you visit, it's almost like the temple walls speak to you and kind of help you to be able to understand what is actually the teachings of the Buddha. So if you go with someone who understands this, you can walk around and learn all these things. Then when you go to any temple, you'll be able to see the similar symbolism. And when you visit a temple, it's more interesting because it's like the temple's kind of speaking to you. Because a lot of these temples here in Thailand, they were created 500 to 1,000 years ago. And the artist embedded the teachings of the Buddha into the artwork, the architecture, the symbolism, and things like this. So if you guys would like to go on this tour, this is what I usually do here on Fridays. And normally I advertise it a lot sooner than I did, which I didn't put it out until yesterday evening. So oftentimes there's 20, 30, 50 people here that would like to go on the tour. But today it's just the three of you guys. So if you would like to go, you're more than welcome to go. Normally what we do is we hire a red truck to be able to take us out to Wat Umong and Wat Doi Suthep and then come back here. But since it's such a small group, I actually have a car. We can actually travel more comfortably in the car if you guys would like. Usually the students pay the the truck somewhere between 200 to 300 baht per person, and it ends up equaling about 1,500 baht. But with the three of you guys, it wouldn't work out that way. It would be a lot more expensive. So it might be better to just take the car, and that way we can travel more comfortably and get to where it is that we need to go. So if you guys would like to go, I'll drive the car, and then we have transportation with us to be able to go wherever it is that we'd like to go. First, we go to the Forest Temple, and I tour you guys around that for about an hour and a half, seeing different things there. And with such a small group, we can probably actually see quite a lot. And then after that, we travel up the mountain, and we have lunch at a Hill Tribe restaurant. They have a really big, thick menu. They have lots of different options. They have meat dishes, vegetarian dishes, vegan dishes. They have everything you can imagine. And then after we eat at the restaurant, we usually go into the temple up on the mountain called Wat Doi Sotep. And then I tour you guys around that. And by the time we get down here, it's usually about 5 o'clock in the evening by the time we get down here. But with a smaller group, it might actually be different. But that's kind of like, kind of generally how we plan things. So would you guys like to go? Is that why you're here, is to go on the tour? Yeah, I know. Charlotte, you weren't originally planning to go on the tour, but is that what you would like to do? Okay, all right, great. So if you guys would like, you can use the bathroom, you can do whatever you need to do here. You don't need to bring a whole lot of stuff with you because there's like water and snacks and food all along the way. If you just have a little bit of money, because some of the temples, they charge a small little entrance fee, but it's only like 20 baht, 30 baht to get in. But if you have a little bit of money, that's really all you need. You don't have to load yourself up with a bunch of stuff. But if you like to use the restroom and do whatever you need to do, and then we'll just meet outside and we can head out in the car. Okay, so thank you guys for being here, and I'll share you guys the teachings of the Buddha all throughout our day. Classroom without walls.